So I am at Union Square, San Francisco for my trip vacation. So we about go to Happy Lamb Hotpot close by to my hotel and check it out to see how the taste and services and also what's good here. So I found this restaurant called Happy Lamb Hotpot, San Francisco, located in 405 Mason Street, San Francisco, and they have 4.4-star reviews on Google and with 1,082 reviews that they receive. Open around every day from 12 to 3 p.m. and 4 to 10 p.m. Time can be varies, depends on the day, but also I just want to let you know the blade was really ridiculous, affordable for the price, and tasty, great customer service. I was really impressed, and the owner was really friendly as well. She was like chatting to see how we enjoy the food, all of that, and also like even the people who work here who really accommodating and supportive. So here is my review from Google that I left after try the service here. Excellent service, locations and prices. Close to Union Square, less than 5 minutes walk. They offer significant portions for meager prices compared to the other hot pot places. Tomato broth was really tasty and flavorful, which is amazing. Dinner time will be so easy, so I'm highly recommended to come early. So the settings and ambience in general are old since they've been in the business for over 10 years and planning to remodel soon. So hopefully their business will catch up after COVID-19 so they can have enough funds to renovate. The owner and the staff are incredibly attentive and friendly. So you see right there, the restaurant is across the street on my right side, but since they kind of covered up by the construction, so we didn't really catch it, and we're about to walk in the restaurant store in a minute. Everything you need to know to become a hot pot pro. Regional Chinese food from Xi'an style noodles to Shanghainese soup dumplings have a rich long history, but there's always more to explore. And with that has emerged a cult obsessions with a brilliant and bubbly contender, hot pot. Whether you visit a mom and a pop spot or check on a big flashy chains, here's everything you need to know about mastering the communal hot pot dining experience. So what is hot pot? So hot pot is a less of dish than is an experience encapsulating the communal dining effort that so many Western restaurants have only recently taken on. Think of it as an adaptation of the stone soup fairy tale. You team up with a group of friends to cook an array of ingredients: thinly sliced meats, mushrooms, heads on shrimp, Chinese lettuce, fresh noodle, and more, in a single pot of simmering seasoned broth heated on an induction burner or electric range. Once cooked to your liking, you dip it in the sauce of choice and eat it, rinse and repeat until extremely full. Where does hot pot come from? There are many variations on hot pot as they are household in China, but they are definitely distant regional style. The original, introduced to East Asia thousands of years ago by the Mongolian Empire, was a simple broth served with a horse meat and mutton. The apple crystal story described a dish eaten on the go in the helmets of Mongolian soldiers. As its cultural influence spread, so did the hot pot, taking on myriad forms in northern China, Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. This is Happy Lamb Hotpot restaurant's menu. As you see, there are a couple sections here. First is the soup. You can do it for $4.95 for the whole broth right there. 2 sections divided between anything you want, or you can mix it up at the bottom, either like tomato broth or curry or mushroom, cabbage broth, or whatever options they suggest from the beginning. And also after that, you're moving to choose any like expensive broth if you would like, and then you move to the meat, and they have different options like lamb, supreme lamb, and also beef, USA short ribs or Kobe or premium ribeyes, Kobe beef, garlic beef, and chickens and pork. On the back side is the cabbage and vegetable. You can choose anything in here: kimchi from the grill, meatball and base, delicacy, vegetable, mushroom, seafood, tofu noodles and dumplings, hot side dishes, dessert, and dipping sauce. It's extra for the dipping sauce. So we are about to go back and figure it out together. So I chose the half spicy because I asked him if I can mix it up, not with the original one that they offer. And I want to do tomato broth in here, and I want to do different meat instead of the lamb because I don't like lamb that much. So I get the, I think the Kobe one and the regular one that they have on the menu. So it's really straightforward and easy to order. If you actually do solo, highly to pay attention, that is really huge portions. I didn't really know, so I ordered like a lot and it ended up couldn't finish it. Brought to go, but I couldn't store at my hotel room, so I have to actually give it to my friends, and end up couldn't give it to her, so I have to give it to homeless people. And it's really hard to actually eat because you need to cook it up and then boil and everything like that. So make sure you know this. So if you actually go 2 people, it would be better to order the seafood platter and the veggie platter because it's like a great combinations or option to choose. But if you go by yourself, it will be a lot of food. Soup to start?
Yeah.
Which one is good?
Usually half with the pepper, but half spicy, half no spicy.
Okay, thank you. Just the original broth?
Yeah.
Based on the chicken?
Yeah.
Beef? So this one right here, right?
All the soup thing.
None of this good? Tomato or
Okay, half tomato, half original.
Maybe spicy, and then half of the, is that mushroom batter or tomato batter?
Tomato batter, mushroom.
Not good? Yeah, then tomato.
Half spicy, half tomato.
Yeah, and I already ordered the broth.
Oh, order already?
Yeah, and then the rest are
You want water or other chicken?
no, just the water, no ice. And the straw.
And the what?
The straw.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Thank you. That's a lot. This for $5? Oh, can I do no ice?
Huh?
No ice, please? Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Ooh, that's a lot.
Finger roll?
Sorry, I dropped this. So that's the combo seafood platter. They have mussel, scallop, shrimp, crab, and fish. As as you can see, beside doing YouTube, I actually also do record and editing and posting on Instagram and TikTok, do reels and short videos. So it's really take time before actually eat. Not easy like most people think. I have to do like reels and redo it and videos before I enjoy the dinner. So this is a part of the job, the work that I'm doing. At the same time, I don't get paid to go eat or go write reviews. I want to pay to get real experience, so I can see like the customer service, the food, and also like everything in general. Depends on which restaurant I want to go, and I share back to my audience, so you guys get the full great experience instead of like watch somebody else write like good things about it or show only videos, and when you get there the customer service, the food not great enough, and I feel like it's a waste of money. So I just want to be transparent about my contents and also my reviews. If it's not a good customer service wise, I will straight up and tell on the video. I don't have a problem being honest. So some people don't like it, some people like it. It's really neutral, but I would rather to be honest with my audience and myself than lie about it to get money. So if you like my content, thank you so much for your support. There's one thing I'm not really an expert of eating Chinese hot pot, is I don't really know how to eat it properly. Well, in Vietnam, we actually put everything together, put in the broth, so we eat slowly, we eat together with the broth. But I feel like by doing that, we get full so fast, or me personally, I get full so fast by putting everything in, and then it's like gets soft so quickly. But I saw the other people like eating really slow. They don't even use the broth, and they was like can order so much on the table. Maybe they just use the broth as a way to dipping, and then just like enjoy the meats, the seafood, the vegetable, but they don't care about the broth. So maybe there's something wrong of the way I eat it. So hopefully someone, if you're watching this videos and you are Chinese, you are more than welcome to actually leave a comment or show me or show us how to eat your food properly. That will be great. So how do you eat hot pot? There are a few things to keep in mind as you and your friends dig in. First, cook your ingredients gradually and try pace it to your eating speed. Remember that the food will be hot when you put it out, so keep things leisurely and make sure you wait for the soup to get boiling again between batches. This latter bit is crucial. You don't want to dip frozen chicken in turmeric warm broth. Allow it to get ripping hot again between, because you want everything to cook well there and any chef doing quality assurance. Different food has different cook time. For example, mushroom might take 5 to 8 minutes, while thin slice of meat will overcook and become tough if boiled longer than 10 seconds. The good rule of thumb is to let hearty, tough green right in the pot soft enough while you dip even smaller, quicker ingredients. If you're not sure about cooking skill, just invite a knowledgeable friend who can take the lead. Definitely use the handheld basket or designated long cooking chopsticks to retrieve your food so you're not using the same utensil to eat and cook. Occasionally, your server may bring over a pitcher of broth and replenish your pot with it. If this happens, don't panic. They are just rebalancing the flavor and making sure you're not sucking down poor spicy oil with your noodles. I think here they have the best tomato broth ever that I never tried elsewhere from the hot pot place. Even I've been to Hai Di Lao and Westfield Century in LA and the other hot pot places, but this place offers the best. Just want to let you know. What are some rules you should remember? Hot pot is very much communal social meal, so respect the comments. Sharing is the name of the game. Dole out meatballs to your friends, don't bogat the shrimp base, don't dip or dip, and make sure you pour out baju shots for the whole table. If you want to be really Asian about it, the fierce battle over who gets to pay the check is a must. Maybe not. Can hot pot be vegetarian? Well, sometimes check ahead, but more and more hotpot places serve mushroom or tomato-based broths, and of course you have tons of tofu and vegetable options to dip into them. Oftentimes you can order extra noodle and mushroom too. So is hotpot expensive? Since hotpot is group activity, it's pretty cost effective. Some places will offer a free refillable base broth and only charge for you for the stuff you put in or the spice upgrades. And that's going to be pretty reasonable. It worked out to be about $18 per person for the food if you plan to get stuff. Even the places they charge for soup will probably only charge about $10 to $15 for the broth, and you will add all share anyways. Of course, there are high-end hotpot places that would charge a premium. A restaurant like Hai Yi Lao, Suishan's Import, is famous for their great service and offer all how-made organic ingredients and fresh pool noodle. So expect to pay around $40 to $50 per person. Well, will you see probably more like these as more restaurants catering and rich Chinese newcomers open up in the US? But this place right here only like $5 for the broth and added on, so it's super cheap here.
People like the garlic or the chef spice. Yeah. Huh? The chili and the garlic.
Yeah, but what is the base for the spicy sauce?
Just the like the hot sauce. Hot sauce. Yeah. Get the one spicy, right?
I forgot to order the dipping sauce. For hotpot, dipping sauce pretty important, especially also choosing the right one to make sure it's blending with the food. It's really vital. So I have to ask in advance to see like which one, which flavor, and the one they bring out is like the special sauce from the chef's special sauce or something. It was really delicious, like amazing. You can either like just eating it by itself or just dip into the food. And it was really nice. At the same time, you can actually eat as much broth as you want. They just keep pouring in if it's run out. And I was trying to lower the heat down a little bit because it's keep boiling really like fast. But they came back and they turned it back on, so I don't really know what happened. But yeah, I think it's just how it is when you eat hotpot. You know what? I've been eating hot pot for a while, a couple years now, but I actually never know about the history of it. So let's actually learn something together while like doing, this video. So I'm looking up on Google and Wikipedia actually pop up, and hot pot is also known as soup food or steamboat, is a dish whereby a heat source placed on the dining table keeps a pot of soup stock simmering, and a variety of Chinese foodstuff and ingredients are served beside the pot for the diners to put into the hot stock. Descriptions: hot pot is a flavorful broth traditionally served inside a large metal pot. The broth is brought to a boil and left simmering for the durations of the meal. Raw ingredients such as meats and vegetables are placed into the simmering broth and thirds cooked. The cooked pieces are dipped into dipping sauce for additional flavor. Hot pot is considered a main course and is usually served without rice or noodle on the side. Hot pots can be prepared and eaten at home or in the restaurants. Typically, hot pot ingredients include thinly sliced meat, leaf, vegetable, mushroom, vermicelli, sliced potatoes, bean products, egg dumplings, tofu, and seafood. Raw ingredients are pre-sliced into thin sections that will cook quickly and consistently in the simmering broth, which is kept at a gentle boiling temperature. Most raw food can be cooked in a hot pot, although they might have different cooking times and must be immersed in the soup and then removed accordingly. At the conclusions of the meal, the broth would have acquired many flavors from the added ingredients and may be served to the diners after turning off the heat source. So this is the history of hot pot. The tripods of Zhou dynasty may be the earliest prototypes on the hot pot. Diners among the nobility each had a personal pot made of the bronze and called renlu. The main part of renlu was a small stove with a small pot above burning charcoal. Later, a hot pot made with a copper was created during the Three Kingdoms period, 2000 to 280 AD, which is generally acknowledged as the originally of the hot pot. During the Qing dynasty, hot pot became popular among the emperors. In particular, the Qinglong Emperor was very fond of hot pot and would eat it for almost every meal. Later, the giant Qing Emperor also have a banquet with over 1,055 hot pots at his coronations. Empress Dowager CV was also known to have enjoyed hot pot, especially with the winter months. Since the 1990s, as the number of Chinese immigrants entering the United States had grown significantly, Chinese food had also spread to the United States, and hot pot has also moved to the forefront of global culinary scene. Next part, we're moving to regional variations. So East Asia first. China. Chinese hot pots are often divided into southern style and northern style, paralleling the cultural regions of China. Although there are wide regional variations in general, southern style tend to have spicy broth, complex dipping sauce, and are heavier on seafood, vegetable, and mushroom, while northern style are simpler and focus more on meats, particularly mutton. According to research, 67 different spices and condiments are commonly used in traditional Chinese hot pot, involving 82 blend spices of 50 genera in 26 families. Modern eateries offer a portionally pot with differently flavored broths in each section. More traditional or older establishments often serve a fragrant, mild broth in a large brass vessel heated by burning coals in a central chimney. The broth is simmered in a deep, donut-shaped bowl surrounding in the chimney. And the Southern style. One of the most famous Southern style variations is the Chongqing Hotpot, which use mala seasoning, flavored with chili peppers and Szechuan pepper for spice and numbing flavor. Chongqing hotpots often feature a wide variety of different meats and ingredients and offer many sauces and condiments to flavor the meats. The typical dipping sauce contains sesame oil and mixed with crushed fresh garlic and chopped spring onions. Due to the high humidity of the region, local people eat spicy food to remove the moisture from their body. Oh, good to know. That's why it's like Asian, we eat a lot of hotpot. Szechuan also have a number of dry hotpots such as mala suigo, which are similar to mala hotpot in ingredients and seasoning, but stir-fry them instead of cooking in broth. In neighboring Yunnan, although spicy broth are equally popular, there is another predominant type of hotpot that is made with various wild or fam mushroom. It is called wild mushroom hotpot. Due to the vast forests and abundant natural resources in Yunnan, people can find a wild variety of edible mushrooms. The easily accessible and fresh mushroom resources lead to high popularity of the wild mushroom hotpot. The big difference between the mushroom hotpot and the spicy hotpot is that the former omits strong spice and chili, and the latter preserves the original flavor of the mushroom. The mushroom hotpot is also seasonal depending on availability of local mushrooms. A Cantonese variation includes mixing a raw egg in the condiments to reduce the amount of heat absorbed by the food, thereby reducing the likelihood of sore throat after simple meal, according to Chinese herbalist theories. In Hanai cuisine, hotpot is generally served in small wok with prepared broth containing piece of meat. At the time of serving, the meat is not fully cooked, and approximately 15 minutes are required before it is ready to eat. Items supplied to be cooked in this type of hotpot include mushroom, thinly sliced beef or goat's meat, lettuce, and other vegetables. This dish varies somewhat in different parts of province. Coconut milk and juice is commonly added into the hotpot. Northern style instant boiled mutton could be viewed as representative of Northern style hotpot, which focus on the main ingredients rather than the soup base. Water is used as the main ingredients of the hotpot instead of flavor broth. The Manchu hotpot usually blend sukai to make broth sour. In Hubei cuisine, hotpot is normally prepared with hot spices and Szechuan pepper. Items supplied to be cooked in broth include mushroom, thinly sliced beef or lamb, lettuce, and various other green vegetables. Seems like this place is northern style for hotpot. And they have Taiwan. In Taiwanese cuisine, it is very common to eat hotpot food with a dipping sauce consisting of sriracha sauce and raw egg yolk with stir-fried beef. One of the most authentic hotpot restaurants that local widely embrace is hotpot restaurants called Xiao Hanzhoi Sriracha Beef Hotpot. I'm not sure I read it right or not. This restaurant was founded in 1949 by a man named Musen Chen. The popularity of this hotpot restaurant is its unique secret recipe of sriracha sauce has become one of the iconic sriracha sauce bread in Taiwanese cuisine nowadays. And I haven't heard anything about it. Initially, this hotpot is only assorted with live broth and dipped with sriracha sauce. Influenced by Japanese cuisine, the sriracha sauce is now commonly served with raw egg yolk. The Taiwanese also developed their Taiwanese style of chili hotpot originated from Sichuan chili hotpot style. In the Taiwanese style of chili hotpot, people who barely tolerate spicy flavor are included. Rather than using animal offals as the main ingredients, the Taiwanese style of chili hotpot use seafood and beef as their main ingredients due to Taiwan's local near the sea. In Taiwan, people usually have hot pot meal during Lunar New Year's Eve, different from the usual day of cooking hot pots with whatever ingredients they like. The Taiwanese follow the principle of Wu Xin, the 5 elements principle, when cooking the Lunar Year Taiwan hot pot. They believe that by following the current principle of these 5 elements, then the food they eat can get a mutual generation sequence that is beneficial to the ones that eat them. In Taiwanese hot pot, these 5 elements are represent the food in 5 colors: white, black, yellow, red, and green. Therefore, the 5 indispensable food are stewed turnip, which present white, mushroom, which present black, burdock or pumpkin, which present yellow, carrots or tomato, which is present red, and radish leaves, which present green. Moreover, locals believe that the more color there are shows in the hot pot, the more different nutrients they will gain from eating it. The reason why it is so crucial for Taiwanese people to consume hot pot during Lunar New Year is that hot pot not only represent rich nutrition and blessing for family health, but it also represent family reunion and harmony. Oh, that's nice. Yes, the people gather together and do hot pot. And I'm doing solo. Alright, moving on is Japan. In Japan, hot pot, also known as nabemono, there are many variations including sukiyaki, yosenabe, sabu-sabu, oden, and chankonabe. The Chinese-style hot pot is translated as hinabi. Korea. There are 2 main Korean-style hot pot: Jeogong, Bude, Jjigae, I don't know how to say it. Both hot pot are similar spicy broth loaded with kimchi, spam, sauces, vegetable, and noodles. Southeast Asia. We have Cambodia, Laos, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Europe. Oh wow, that's a lot. We're gonna start with Cambodia first. In Cambodian cuisine, hot pot is called yao hon, though some regions call Chan Nan Leung pot fire. It is usually eaten during celebrations or family gatherings. Just like the Chinese versions, Cambodian hot pot consists of similar ingredients, although the dish differs in that coconut milk is used as the base of the soup. Another variation of the dish is called butter yao hon or butter Chan Nan Leung. The same ingredients are used but are instead cooked on a flat grill pan where butter is used at the base. This is similar to Korean barbecue. An herb sauce is usually added to butter yao hon, since the ingredients are not flavored by immersion salt in the broth. Laos. In Lao cuisine, hot pot is called sin jong or sin jung, which means deep, although seafood is also popular options. Sin jung is generally a leisurely meal enjoyed among family members at home or among colleagues and friends in restaurants in cities across Laos. Usually, Lao-style hot pots use the brown clay pots that are immediately evident in restaurants or stalls that serve the dish along the side of the streets. The broth is prepared from beef ribs, pork bones, or chicken, combined with galana, lemongrass, white onions, and coriander roots, and sometimes with coconut water. Ingredients include a variety of fresh vegetables such as water spinach, watercress, bok choy, napa cabbage, mushroom, class vermicelli noodle, thinly sliced marinated pork, beef or chicken meat, seafood, or eggs are protein source options. The condiments for Lao hot pot normally include crushed chilies and minced raw garlic, lime wedges, coriander leaves, fish sauce. In the capital of Benin, there are also numerous restaurants serving the Japanese shabu-shabu and the Korean regional Japanese hotpot. Also, Philippines, they also have their cuisine as well, and they have sometimes all-you-can-eat buffets. Shabu-shabu is the hot pot used for this style of food preparations. Thailand, they also have the Thai suki and their Thai style. Vietnam, for Vietnamese cuisine, a hot pot called lao or gulao. There are many styles of lao ranging from seafood, lao hai sang, canchu soup base, or salted fish hot pot. So yeah, there's so many, and even Europe, they have their style from Switzerland. So I think it's like really why no, and like more American, they adapt with like Asian culture and this type of food. So I hope that you enjoy like the history and everything that you should know about hot pot. So hopefully next time when you go out and check it out, there's tons of experience that you haven't here, so you don't feel like you are new to this. Well, thank you for watching, and I see you next time.